Hello everyone, I am Frazier2198.
And I'm Sam Eden TV.
And welcome to another depressing episode of Your Line April, episode 20. We are only 2 episodes away from this series ending. Sam, how do you feel about that? Talk to Dr. Frazier. You feel sad? You feel sad? You feel like, I don't know, you watch a good show and then there's like the void?
Mm-hmm.
And yep, yeah, I know what you mean. Let's get on straight with the episode, guys. So the episode, I don't know how to describe it. Like, okay, so he's in the hospital with Watari, and Watari is talking to Kaori, and Arima is still contemplating whether or not he should visit her, and, you know, the emotions that are going through his head. And then he's walking with Tsubaki, and they were walking to the hospital until he sees Watari there, and he doesn't want to be a third wheel kind of thing, you know? So he tells Tsubaki, hey, Tsubaki, it's gonna rain, we might as well go home. So they start running home, and then it starts raining, and then he gives her some lemonade. Oh, but before anything happens, there's just like this cute little scene in the beginning of the episode where Tsubaki gets a cold, and Watari's like, biohazard. That was adorably funny. I like that 5 minutes. It wasn't 5 minutes, it's like a minute or something. It was adorable. And so he gives her lemonade, because it's like cold or something, I don't know. And they start talking, and Tsubaki's like, do you like Kaori? And then, you know, Arima kind of just like nods and just says, yeah. And so they both look up for some apparent reason, and then Tsubaki kicks him in the leg, and it's like a little weird bit of animation there. So he kicks him in the leg, and then she starts crying, and she runs away, and she's like, notice me, Arima, notice me, I like you too, stuff like that. And so Arima's at school putting his shoes away, and then he encounters Tsubaki, and then they leave. It's a complicated relationship at this point. Like, Tsubaki's like wants Arima to have the same feelings that she does for him, because he considered her as a woman, as a child to begin with. And she's playing baseball with her friend, and she really wants to hit the window of the music room, even though he's not there, so whatever. And she's like, no, well, I don't like Arima, what are you talking about? And she does, and she wants to reach for him, you know, get his feelings. And Arima is at his mentor's house, kind of contemplating about whether or not he should visit Kaori and whatnot. And then the teacher's like, you better, you know, play like you mean it. I mean, the final's gonna come up soon, so get your head in the game. And he's walking home, and he gets a call from Kaori-chan, and she's like, well, you don't have to visit me anymore, so bye. And then he just sees like a cat or something. He's like, oh, that's depressing. Gets another call from Kaori. He's like, oh, look, it's a plane. It's like, oh yeah, it is a plane. It's flying low. That's interesting to talk. They just start talking about a plane, because why not? And then after that happens, you have, I think he musters up the courage to go to the hospital and visit Kaori with Watari. But when they get there, he tells Watari, hey, I like Kaori. And I forgot what Watari actually says in response. I don't think he says anything. I think he kind of just like, I don't know, nods his head or something and just walks up the stairs. There's no big talk about that really. So they go up and they're at her room. However, there's a whole bunch of nurses there, and they're like, oh, we gotta treat her quickly. Come on, let's go. And then Arima gets pushed out of the way because the doctor's gonna treat her, and then they close the door. But so yeah, at this point, well, I'll keep talking before we discuss what we think. So he's walking home, and then a car hits a cat, and he gets a cat, and he goes to a veterinarian, yeah, basically an animal doctor, and tries to get the cat fixed, but the cat has already died before he could have done anything about it. And so he's just kind of crying whilst he's washing away the blood of the cat from his hands, and that was the end of that episode. Okay, so let's talk about it a bit. Theory, the cat is Kaori. It represents Kaori, symbolic or metaphor, whatever, and he's basically lost Kaori. Kaori is pretty much on the verge of death, guarantee, or, you know, something's definitely wrong with her, and she really needs that operation quickly, or else she's gonna die. Alright, Sam, talk about the episode. Come on, Sam, I believe in you.
What's there to say?
I don't know. Your thoughts and opinions, man.
It was kind of sad.
Look, it wasn't overly sad, that's the thing.
I don't know, I found the ending really sad.
Yeah,
and it wasn't even because a cat died, because frankly that doesn't... I don't know, that just wasn't sad to me. It's just the ending, mostly like the last minute, was just a really sad image.
Of him crying, or...?
Yeah, I don't know what it was. Probably just because we know Kaori's gonna die. Probably next episode.
Probably like, next, which is why we'll do live reactions.
Yeah, it's barely even a spoiler at this point, because I'm pretty sure everyone who's watching this show knows it's gonna happen at some point.
Dude, we were watching it, like, I think it was like episode 8, we were like, yeah, she's gonna die.
The moment we saw like a handbag full of pills, it was kind of made clear.
Yeah, she's gonna die. And the way like the show's presenting itself, yeah, she's gonna die.
I really like the fact that they're actually telling each other how they feel in this episode.
Oh, you're happy about that? You're happy about that?
Yeah.
Confession.
Like, I'm okay with it being kept a secret through most of the show, but I always prefer it when it's actually made open.
I see.
And they actually acted realistically. Like you said, how Watery, I'm probably pronouncing that terribly, how Watery didn't really react once he found out that how Arima feels towards Kaori.
Yeah.
They didn't make a big deal about it, and I like that.
Yeah, that was good. Anything else?
Not much.
Yeah, not much.
Other than next episode's probably going to be, that's going to be something special.
Yeah. Like, I mean, all these other episodes, like, they're kind of building up to, like, the grand scheme of things. Like, it's going to be big. Something big's gonna happen, man. It's gonna be awesome. Anyways, guys, let us know in the comment section down below your thoughts and opinions of July and April. What you think about, you know, it in general. Are you gonna cry? Who knows? We do, but we'll see. Like this video if you like what we're talking about. Subscribe to both my channel and Sam's channel. Link in the description for his. I have been Frazier298.
I've been Sam Eaton TV.
And unlike that cat, we will see you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.